Hi everyone, I apologize for taking so long to get this video out. The first attempt I wasn't happy with the footage, and then I got sick. I'm better now, and I'm really hoping to get a more consistent upload schedule. So thank you all for sticking around and being patient with me. And with that, let's take a look at these agates, because a lot of them are really beautiful. I'm going to start with my favorite one from the batch. I know I showed this one a bunch in the tumbling tutorial, but this is just such a beautiful rock. It's got tubes, it's got some shadow banding, it's got everything, beautiful colors. Very happy with how that one turned out. This one caught my attention. This one's got some neat eyes on it. And I love the banding. Love when they have high contrast like that. More of a blue-gray one. Let's look at this big one. This one's neat. This one has some really cool patterns in it. But it also kind of has some rough spots on it. But I especially love this area with all these like feathery, mossy plumes in there. It's just crazy the variety in Lake Superior agates. Here's another really cool one. I call this one the Crazy Lace Lake Superior agate, because it reminds me of a crazy lace agate. Another one with some really tight bands and neat colors. This one's got some really unique banding on it. Typically the bands are much more defined. Or I guess, I don't know if defined is the right word, because these are definitely defined, but they're not as smooth. Like if you look at this one, they're kind of smooth and flowing, whereas this one they're jaggedy. It's pretty neat though. And even the little ones are beautiful. This is the one that blew apart in the tumbler. So that used to have more on that end. There might still be pieces of it, but I'm still pretty happy with how that one turned out. You'll notice a few cracks on these, and that's just unavoidable when it comes to Lake Superior agates. This one's cool. Found another one with a lot of almost crazy lace-like patterns. I always find it interesting when they have like stuff suspended in the chalcedony. Here's another one that sort of has some stuff that's almost suspended in there. This one has some bright yellow laminate staining on it. Clearly the back has been through a lot. That one's cool. That one's got some kind of olive in it. Maybe a little bit of blue. Trying to get this piece of hair. This one, I'm not sure how well it's showing up on camera, but it does have some very fine banding in there. But it's mostly the same color, so it's really hard to see. This one has some neat staining on it. That one has some cool colors. Not too often you get green. Check out that shadow banding. You can totally see it when I move it back and forth. Another one with some really crazy patterns and colors. That one's kind of plain in terms of banding. I think this one's super cool. It's got like an outer layer on it, and all these patterns are kind of suspended inside of it. There's one in here that I'm looking for, and I can't find it. Overall, I'd say this was definitely a successful batch. That one's neat. There were only a few that didn't really turn out, like this one. This one's kind of a weird one. It's clearly a water level agate. Here we go, this is the one I wanted to find. Look at the center of this one. It's definitely purple. And I love that the outside is green. Like, it's rare to find an amethyst agate, and it's rare to find a green agate. And I've got both of them right there. That one's just really, really neat. This one almost looks like a piece of candy. That one's little, but definitely beautiful. That's a half of one that I cut. And this is half of one that broke. Actually, it's the other half of the one where you might not be able to see the bands. So, let's see. It went together like that at one point. But now I got two. This one's got some weird staining on it. Almost like it's been, I wonder if this one's been sun bleached. Kind of looks like it. Another kind of funky water level agate. If it weren't for that little bit of banding, I'd have a tough time calling this one an agate. Another blue-gray one. That one's got some interesting stuff going on with it. This one, if you hit it at just the right angle, you can see some bands in the quartz, which I think is pretty neat. That side's beautiful. That side's beautiful. That side, not so much. But it sits up just fine. I think I got a little too carried away with this one. That one is Say Goodnight, Agate. Look at the bands on that one. That's a weird one. A little paint agate. This one's really tiny, but it's really cool. Alright, this video is 20 minutes long. Oh, I got too carried away with that one too. So I'm going to show a few more of these. If there's one that you want to see, shout now. Anyway, I'm really happy with how these turned out. I have some really beautiful ones in here. And like I said, this was what I did for my rock tumbling tutorial, so if you want to see that, I'll put a link right on screen here for you. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. See you next time.